Hello everyone, I am Shutapa Datta, MSc in Biology. Welcome to my channel Shutapa's Biology. My today's topic is cell theory. According to my last video, I have given you the list of the subtopics, and today's subtopic is cell theory under cell. Okay, under cell biology, the topic is cell theory. In the last video, we have seen that cell was discovered by Robert Hooke first time, and after that it was observed in the living cell by Anton van Leeuwenhoek, and later the nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown. After these discoveries, after a long gap, then another scientist, that is number one, the German botanist Matthias Sladen, I am writing the spelling. Observed many plant cells of different kinds, and after that, after some time, another scientist, he was British scientist, British zoologist. This one was German botanist, and that was British zoologist, who first observed it in animal cell. He observed it in plant cell, and Theodor Schwann, the British scientist, British zoologist, he observed the cell, that is the plant cell, in animal cell. The zoologist have observed it in animal cell. Now, after observing this, they decided or concluded that there must be a theory about the cell, and that's why they proposed the theory, that is the cell theory, which is our today's topic. Okay, so in cell theory, they have told that the cells are such things or units, that's the unit of living organism. That is their proposal was that every living organism composed of cells and its products. But in this cell theory, they couldn't explain, or they couldn't give any idea about the origin of cell, how the cells are coming, where from they are coming. So about this, another scientist, he was Rudolf Virchow. Rudolf Virchow gave us the idea that in his own language, he gave the idea about the origin of cell, that is the omnicellula ecellula. Omnicellula ecellula. That was the comment of Rudolf Virchow about the cell, and that's the thing, that the omnicellula ecellula, in English the meaning is cells arises from the pre-existing cells. So after taking these two views, that is the views of Sladen and Schwann and Rudolf Virchow, thus today's cell theory is understood as that number one, today the cell theory is understood as the following. That is the summary of Sladen and Schwann and Rudolf Virchow. That number one point is all living organisms are composed of cell and its products. And number 2 is that cells are arising from pre-existing cells, that is omnicellular acellular. Now this is about the cell theory, but that time there was no idea about the gene, DNA, etc. That just nucleus was there discovered, but gene and DNA, etc. and their role, nothing was discovered or known that time. So this theory is not giving any idea about those. So now it's modified as cell doctrine. Today it's modified as cell doctrine. In cell doctrine, many things are there like this. The main modification is about that the gene is there. So in this cell theory, they are including about the gene. That is, in each cell genes are present and those are transmitting the characteristics from one generation to other. So about this gene, there was no concept before, and this is added today in the cell doctrine. You will not get it in the NCERT book. I am just giving you extra information about this. Okay, and now cell theory has many criticisms also. In science, we can get everywhere the criticism is there. Criticism is must about any proposal, any postulation. So here also the criticisms present, and criticisms of cell theory are like that. About the cell theory, here it's given that all the living organisms are made up of cells, but there are many acellular organisms, and viruses also there. They have no cell, but they're a transitional element in between living and non-living. So in cell theory, there is no mentioning about the virus. This is number one criticism. So number 1 is that all multicellular organisms, all organisms are not made up of cell. Number 2, all of them do not have the nucleus. We know that cell has the nucleus, but there are many cells like the RBC of the animals or mammals, better to say mammals, they have no nucleus. This is in case of plant cell, animal cell, and in case of plant cell, in sieve tube of phloem, we can't get any nucleus. So each and every cell do not have the nucleus. Like this, these criticisms are there. Sorry, it's included in the number 2 point that plant cells, cell like sieve tube of phloem do not have nucleus. So there are many criticism about this. I am just giving you the main points of that. There are many criticism about the cell theory, many modifications also, but I am giving you this in your, because it's not in your syllabus, I am giving you some extra points only other than the NCERT book, and that's all today about the cell theory.